On second reading and open for further discussion and amendments. Senator Rochefort.
Madam President, I rise to move Amendment 2025-2647S, and if I could speak to
you may speak.
So first of all, I want to thank the committee that worked on this for their long, hard work. I know it was a long time, and I thank them for their diligent work on this topic. And the topic that I want to talk about is landfill sightings and site evaluation committees. It's not lost on me that the amendment that came out of that committee came out 7-0, and it's not lost on me the fact that this is the first time in at least 6 years we've gotten something to this magnitude to the floor of this body. So I want to thank those that worked on this. I bring this amendment because as I read through the text of HB 2, I felt compelled to address some critical uncertainties surrounding the current language in HB 2. And I want to take some time briefly to discuss the concept of questions and answers. But before discussing the answers we don't know, I want to underscore what we do know. Here's what we know. The town of Bethlehem and Senate District 1 spent years working through the issue of landfill expansion. We also know that this effort included millions of dollars in property tax funded legal fees, community division and tension, and years of court proceedings. Despite that, it resulted in a good faith settlement agreement, a legal compromise agreed upon by all parties that would have stopped the landfill's expansion in their community. This was not done lightly. It was the product of hard work, negotiation, and commitment from both the town and the company involved. That's what we know. Here's what we don't know. We don't know whether one paragraph in HB 2 could unwind all of that work. We don't know if it could invalidate a legally binding settlement. We don't know if it could overturn the will of the community. We don't know if it could strip standing from already decided cases. And we don't know if it would reopen a development the town believed was resolved in good faith. So here are some key questions. If this paragraph remains in HB 2, are we saying that companies can sign agreements with municipalities with their fingers crossed, assuming the legislature may override them later? Are we assuming that local control only matters if it's inconvenient? What kind of precedent does this set? Could this logic apply to real estate contracts, NDAs, or employment agreements? Are we saying the legislature can undo contracts whenever it favors one outcome? That the state can force your community into expanding a landfill even if your town doesn't want it and has an agreement with an operator not to do it. So this amendment matters because these questions haven't been answered. And maybe the answer would come out in the favor of my community. I've been working since Monday to get a legal opinion on this case, but I still haven't got it, and as of today, we still don't have one. So until we can say with confidence that this paragraph won't dismantle a previously decided case, we should not proceed blindly. So in conclusion, if the intent here is to serve a genuine public benefit, then why not bring it to the people of Bethlehem? Let them have a say. That's real local control. That's real transparency. So I'm asking you to support the amendment so we can protect the integrity of past agreements, avoid potentially setting a precedent, and get a clear legal guidance before potentially undoing years of legal, financial, and civic effort. Let's press the pause button until we know exactly what's going on and support this amendment and support the fine people of the town of Bethlehem. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Floor Amendment 2647 has been proposed. Is there any discussion on the amendment? Senator Ricciardi.
Madam President, I rise in support of this amendment. I want to begin by sincerely thanking the committee for all their work on the Site Evaluation Committee. And in my 5 years here in the Senate, this is the most comprehensive and thoughtful work we've undertaken on this issue. I support the Senator from District 1's amendment. This amendment is not a wholesale change to the bill. Instead, it makes a slight but important adjustment to ensure that the work of a broad coalition of stakeholders, particularly in Bethlehem, is not undone. This session, we have spoken at length about the importance of local control. I believe that until we receive deeper legal analysis, we should not take the risk of enacting what could be the largest infringement on local control this body has ever considered. As it stands, this bill could allow the state of New Hampshire to override a community's will and force landfill expansion, even if the town doesn't want it, even if it violates their local zoning, even if there's a contractual agreement in place prohibiting expansion. These are very serious concerns. We owe it to our communities to fully understand the legal implications before moving forward. And until we can answer these questions clearly and confidently, I ask that this body support the adoption of this amendment. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator. Floor Amendment 2647 has been proposed. Is there any further discussion on the amendment? Senator Pearl, you're recognized to speak.
Thank you, Madam President. I appreciate the amendment that my colleague from District 1 brought. I won't be able to support it. Public benefit is decided at the state level. That is the duty of the state to do that. And this amendment is very thoughtful language that we spent a significant amount of time on and doing a lot of work with the legal counsel from many various stakeholders, including the governor's office. And there's been a lot of review of this policy. I'm going to ask you all to support it. I think this is a big step forward for us in getting a solid waste site evaluation committee. You know, as we all know, the solid waste topic has been one that has had a lot of discussion within the legislative body over the many years, and I think this is a really good step forward for us, and the formation of this, excuse me, this site evaluation committee will be a good step in addressing the concerns that the public has brought forward to us over the many years of the different bills that we have seen filed. So I will ask you all to reject the amendment and support the committee amendment as presented in House Bill 2. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator. Floor Amendment 2647 has been proposed. Is there any further discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, the question. Who called roll call? Senator McHugh has requested a roll call. Is there a second? Okay. Okay, Senator Rochefort seconds. Okay, the Senate will be in recess. The Senate will come out of recess. Just to get everybody caught up, we were on Floor Amendment 2647. A roll call has been requested by Senator McHugh, seconded by Senator Rochefort. The clerk will call the roll.
Senator Rochefort.
Yes.
Senator Lang.
No.
Senator McConkey.
No.
Senator Waters.
No.
Senator Prentice.
Yes.
Senator Gray.
No.
Senator Innes.
No.
Senator Ward.
No.
Senator Ricciardi.
Yes.
Senator Fenton.
Yes.
Senator McHugh.
No.
Senator Avard.
No.
Senator Rosenwald.
Yes.
Senator Reardon.
Yes.
Senator Murphy.
No.
Senator Pearl.
No.
Senator Sullivan.
No.
Senator Birdsell.
No.
Senator Long.
Yes.
Senator Perkins Quokka.
Yes.
Senator Abbas.
No.
Senator Gannon.
No.
Senator Altschiller.
Yes.
Senator Carson.
No. The amendment fails 9 to 15.